hate neoconservatives in the government who are always trying to get us into forever wars like they did in Iraq and Afghanistan. That's why I think we need to stop funding Ukraine and push it into a peace settlement with Russia. Why should Ukrainians die for a proxy war against Russia run by the CIA? One of the reasons I voted for Trump is because he said he hated the war in Iraq, and he told Tucker Carlson that he hates neocons and wants to end forever wars, starting with Ukraine. And it tickled me pink how he laid into Zelensky that one time. But now Putin is ignoring Trump's proposals because he's winning the war and figures he might as well keep going, and the CIA are launching major drone strikes inside Russia and giving Zelensky the credit. Both sides are escalating. Trump has given up on peace, and now he's going to sell arms to NATO for Ukraine like Biden or Harris would have. Wait, didn't Trump say NATO is bad? Oh well, never mind. Trump said he is a master negotiator who knows how to talk to Putin. But it turned out that Trump's negotiation tactics of threats, arbitrary deadlines, and unrealistic demands, all the while the CIA and Ukraine are working together to assassinate him, is evidence that Putin is a madman who can't be reasoned with. This war is entirely Putin's fault, and it turns out the Democrats were right. And this is actually a great war to be a part of. That's why I support Trump's proxy war against Russia. I stand with Ukraine, I guess. Whatever. Oh, hold on. There's news. Donald Trump is having a peace summit with Putin in Alaska. That's great. Trump hasn't given up on Ukraine, and I shouldn't have given up on Trump. Please, Mr. President, don't play with my heart. And look, Trump has already gotten a negotiation concession from the Ukrainian side. That Zelensky was so annoying the way he was always cosplaying in green fatigues, but Trump got him to wear a suit. It's not the politician's suit he used to wear with a white shirt and a tie, however. Trump's a good negotiator, but he's not that good. Now it's a black suit with a black shirt and no tie. You know, the kind of suit a sweaty, shifty, dead-eyed tracksuit mafia guy would wear when he goes to a high-end nightclub. But the concession shows Trump is working hard on this deal. What else does he got? Oh, look, he flew a B-2 bomber over Putin's head. My goodness, what an impressive display of strength. A guy that's strong should be able to get that nasty Putin to agree to a peace deal. But no, Russia are winning on the battlefield, so they don't want a ceasefire. They want a peace agreement that settles things in their favor. If the Russians are winning, why would they want to give Ukraine a chance to get more arms and reinforce their position so they can put up a better fight when the war starts up again? The US and Ukraine just want a breather. They don't want peace because that would mean negotiating the terms of their defeat. But Trump will stand strong on insisting there's a ceasefire, I'm sure. No, wait, he's just going to back off on that, I guess. I'm kind of wondering if a real estate mogul is out of his league when it comes to war negotiations with a real alpha male. The peace agreement Russia wants is consistent to what it wanted before the war began in 2014. In fact, if Ukraine had agreed to similar terms during the Minsk peace accords, the 2022 invasion never would have happened in the first place, and they would not have lost so much human life and territory. In those agreements, Ukraine would have had to recognize the independence of the Russian-speaking territories, but they would not have been fully annexed. Now Russia have lost so much blood and treasure fighting this war that they figure they might as well keep going and annex all those territories. Russia's terms have always been that Ukraine can never join NATO. Having a NATO-Ukraine on their border is an existential threat to Russia. Russia's reaction to this is just like America's reaction to Russia putting nukes in Cuba during the Cuban Missile Crisis. This is why it is ridiculous to claim that Russia want to conquer all of Ukraine. If they did that, then Poland, a NATO country, would be on their border. Russia is demanding Ukraine be a neutral state, and it can't have Western security guarantees. Their other demand is that the West recognize the 4 ethnically Russian oblasts, or provinces, that Russia now partially occupies as annexed by them, as well as Crimea, which was annexed 11 years ago. Their third demand is for Ukraine to partially disarm so they have no offensive military capability and can't threaten Russia. These are demands Zelensky and Ukraine's fascist government will never agree to. I know you are thinking, but isn't Russia the one with the fascist government? Yes, it is, and this is a situation of fascists fighting fascists. Far-right Ukrainian nationalists threatened to hang Zelensky from a pole if he ever made peace with Russia, and this is one of his motivating factors, that and all the money he steals. Zelensky himself has gone to the right, outlawing a free press, banning opposition parties and refusing to hold elections. Now Trump is saying there's no deal until there's a deal, and he's realizing what he should have figured out before taking office. Russia have had these exact demands since June 2024. He should have known this and started his peace talks focused on how to work around those demands. Now Ukraine are screwed. If they agree to Russia's terms now, which would be their least bad alternative, they lose 22% of their territory. If they keep fighting, they could end up losing 40 to 50% of their territory and will be a landlocked rump state that is subservient to both the West and Russia. But they are stuck in a maximalist position. Either Russia must completely give up and leave, or the fighting will continue. This is an insane position that is divorced from reality, but one that Zelensky insists he must pursue, even if it leads Ukraine to complete ruin. So it looks like this round of peace talks were a total failure, and my heart was played with once again. And Trump has given up and changed his tune, saying Ukraine can win back all of their land now, even though earlier this year he was saying the exact opposite. Even war hawk Hillary Clinton is enjoying his capitulation to the military-industrial complex, and now has kind words of support for his about-face on the Ukraine question. Clinton is laughing at him because after all his bluster about stopping the war, he has now been coerced into becoming the same forever war president she would have been. The neoconservatives have defeated you, Mr. President, and it was easy because you defeated yourself.
Thank you, darling, so much for watching. And since you're such sweet little kittens, it would be perfect if you could like, subscribe to this channel, and check out sloppymemes.com.